Yeah, it does. Okay, so it was working. Let's have this as a go then. When the night has come, it is dangerous to go out. On one particular state, one may alter caution. One of the biggest monsters, drunkenness. Thus, the Lord of the Night has hunted a new victim. Because of that, he got a blind to the world. Will he be able to return to his castle before dawn? I see. Oh, okay. Do I just click? Oh. I don't think I read through the instructions properly again. Let me try figuring that out. Okay, Drunkula is... Because I can clearly see them falling over and over again. Nope, there's no instructions on what the controls are. Is it space? WASD? Hit? Short? Click? Do I pull the, oh, is that... Nope, those are not... What do I do? Wait, what do I do? Oh, there we go. Apparently I was supposed to hit the tree. I thought I was doing that. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, so far, click on the spider web, and then the door. I just need to figure out what I need to click, huh? Click on the door, which did absolutely nothing. Alright. I don't know what to do. What do I click on? Don't tell me I have to pixel hunt. Aha! Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Vampire... Oh, that causes gravity to reverse, huh? Weird. Well, slashing him over and over again will help. Alright. So it's a point-and-click adventure. Okay. That was confusing. That was really confusing. It's... I don't know, I guess I'm not... Oh, whoops. Back to normal screen. I guess I'm not a big fan of these figure it out yourself kind of affairs, but that might just be me. Um, excuse me. That was strange to say the least. I'm not even sure how to read all that. I was, to be completely honest, more frustrated, if anything, because I didn't know what to do. And even when I did figure out what to do on the first level, that same knowledge didn't extend to the second level, and now I was even more confused than before. So, I mean, I understand what the level design was, and as a concept, the design is solid. It's just as an actual implementation where I know absolutely how to do nothing in the game. I personally didn't find it much fun to do so. Um, I feel like there are games, for example, Windowsill, which is another point-and-click adventure puzzle game, that did this wonderful job of invoking your curiosity. So basically, nearly everything that you click on that game, tap, drag, whatever, was interactable. And I thought that aspect of the game was really cool. It didn't matter too much that I didn't know how to solve the puzzle of a specific level because there was always something to do in that level alone. And I like that presentation of it. I felt like that was kind of exactly what was missing in this specific game. I know that increases the scope quite significantly, but if you're going to have this implementation where you don't explain what anything does, then you might as well make it so that everything that happens in the game is actually does something. It doesn't necessarily have to be positive, it doesn't have to be substantial at all. But that would be enough to kind of get my curiosity flowing to be able to continue further into the game. So I feel like that was like the one thing that was missing in this game, the sense of curiosity, the sense of wanting to find out more about the universe. Instead, it just felt like, honestly, a bit of a pixel hunting-ish game. Where, with pixel hunting, for example, the reason why people don't like it is because, you know, especially if the cursor doesn't change, your mouse cursor doesn't change, then you're given absolutely as to no clue where to find something. And when you do find it, you'll be like, how was I supposed to be able to find that? It was really small. And I felt like the same sort of frustration here. I felt like I wanted to scream, how was I supposed to know that? You had this very specific expectation from me, and I'm sorry, I can't read your minds, especially through the internet, so it felt like, why was I supposed to figure this out? I did eventually figure it out, however, to your guys' credit, so it wasn't that bad per se, and I did like that. I did think that certain elements of the game was actually pretty smart, especially the web slinging portion of it and this gravity reversal portion of it. I kind of would have liked to see more gravity reversal sort of puzzle segments of things. It sounds like you guys didn't have the time to pull it off. Happens. So that's, I mean, those are like some really cool stuff that you had in there. But, well, anyways, without complaining too much, let's talk about these innovation stuff. Not the first time I've seen this kind of genre of game where you have this constantly moving character and you need to guide them to the right place. I do think the point and click aspect of it makes it a little different. But that's just me. I don't think I've played that many games that was point and click adventure while all auto moving character at the same time. I was more frustrated with, if anything. But to be fair, I did eventually figure out, and that kind of gives it one more star for having a little bit of fun to it. The theme was kind of on the weak side. Like, yeah, you are Dracula, but not a single part of the game made me go like, oh yeah, you're doing bad things, or like the character I'm trying to help out is doing bad things. So, that was that. Graphics. Not 4 stars, not 5 stars, 3 stars, because a lot of things was really dark, and it would have been lovely to be able to see kind of like the silhouette thing, but my screen itself is kind of dark from the first place, so I did actually find it hard to find a lot of game elements. Their silhouettes weren't just their silhouettes kind of faded in a little too well with the background for me to appreciate it. So that's why I thought like the graphics, the art was good, but it felt also dysfunctional and went against the original intent in game design. The audio was pretty good actually. I kind of liked it. The music was a bit on the repetitive side, so that's one less star for that. Humor. I know you guys tried with the drunk aspect of things, but that didn't quite work for me. And the mood. Um, to be fair, I do think it was on the better side of things in the sense that, it was a very frustrating game for me, but that kind of felt like that was intentional from the story perspective. And the graphics certainly kind of went well with the idea of, oh yeah, this is not going to be a fun trip back home kind of thing. So that's cool. Um, Ultimately, my frustration kind of wins over, and I'm not exactly able to give you a particularly high score. It's not the worst game by all means, but there is like certain levels of I could have used a lot more hints in the game. Um, I did eventually beat the game, but I found it a bit frustrating that it was really hard to figure out what to click on. It made me feel like I was pixel hunting in a um, point and click adventure game. Um, it would have been nice if interactable objects either highlighted or your cursor changed. Additionally, it would additionally actual mention of the controls for the game, either in description or in game, would have been nice. I did I thought the gravity flipping aspect of the game was cool but underused. The knocking tree down part only occurs once, to making it hard to appreciate that puzzle. To be honest, while I did beat the game, I found it frustrating that it was really hard to figure out what to click on. Made me feel like it. Yeah, alright. Starts off a bit on the positive side of things. Cool. I mean, overall, I kind of like the concept of that game, and even in implementation, I can see it working just as fine. It just seemed to, from my perspective, started off on a bad side of, or on a bad end of the bed. Protect the egg. Cool.